Hey friends, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here, and I am doing a lunchtime live today for you with our first Christmas craft of the season. I'm super excited about it. Happy December 1st. Yay! So we're going to get into it. And for those of you who don't know me, Lois East, Ellie Grace's Attic. And I do all things crafty. We take old treasures and give them new life with handcrafted love. We primarily do that with wooden signs, but we do all things crafty. I love coming on here and sharing crafts with you, which 9 times out of 10 are just things I need in my own home decor. And this little sign that we're about to do, I have a hole in my tiered tray, like I put all the pretties on it for Christmas, and there's something, it just needed a little something, and I was like, I know just what I'm gonna do. I have one of these little signs. I showed them to you guys. It's a fall sign. Isn't this cute? Wooden frame. It's got this cute little fall saying. It's got the wood beads to hang from. I got it at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and I didn't really need it for my fall decor, but I bought a few of them because $1.25, and I knew I was going to be able to use them for something else. So we're going to fancy it up for Christmas as soon as I can figure out how to get into it. We're going to use some scissors there. And go to your nearest Dollar Tree if you have one, or look on their website. A lot of times you can get the sign, the little, all the stuff from the store on the site. You might just have to buy a few of them to get it, because you have to buy in bulk. And we're gonna dress it up. So look how cute it is. Y'all, $1.25, you can't go wrong with that. We're gonna be putting a Christmas song on this. I'm gonna show you how to do it. But the first thing we're gonna do is kind of paint the frame just a little bit. And I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. I'm drinking blueberry cobbler coffee by Morning Rage Coffee. Check them out online. Love, love, love all their flavors, but today I'm drinking blueberry because it's stinking cold here. True story. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is our frame. I've got several paint brushes here. I'm just gonna grab a mop brush. I have some white paint. I'm just using Anita's acrylic white, and we're gonna just kind of lightly brush that on the frame here. It's okay if the wood grain shows through. I'm just trying to do like a little whitewash, and then I'm probably gonna hit it with some brown after this to kind of give it an old look. So fun. I'm so excited about all the Christmas crafts. We are going to be having a virtual paint party too. If you see Rudolph back there behind me, the big one, we're going to be painting him in a virtual paint party. Not next week, but the next. I believe it's the 14th and the 16th, a Wednesday night and a Friday night. I'm going to show you how to paint the wood cutout. The post I posted today had the links for that to go get a reindeer cutout before the party. Once you register for the party, I'll add you to our private Facebook group, and in there you'll find a supply list, all the things for the party that you need, and I'm going to show you how to paint him a couple of different ways. We're going to do some fun stuff. So I hope you join me for that. It's just $10 for 2 nights of crafting. And if you can't make the live, I'm pretty sure we're going to do Facebook Live. If you can't make it on there with me for the live, then you can watch the replay. I may do it in a Zoom setting where we can all look at each other. I haven't decided yet. All right, I need a napkin because I'm messy. So I'm just giving this a light whitewash. I did the front and the inside. Now I'm gonna do this, that little thing, the little beads will fall behind it, so you don't have to worry about taking them off. You can remove those, by the way, they're just stapled on there. So if you wanted to take those off, you could. I am not. I'm going to leave them on there. I might glue them across the top though. I liked how they were just sitting on the top. So I might hot glue them down. I don't know yet. But y'all need to, I say this every time I do a craft, y'all have got to make sure you're checking out Dollar General and Dollar General, Dollar Tree. That's where I got this. Check them out. They have got some really cute crafty things. For you to use. All right. I'm not worried about the back at all, but we've got the whitewash on the front, the sides. I'm kind of just giving it a little second coat. But again, I'm dry brushing, which means I'd have very little paint on my brush. Not really looking for full coverage. Just adding a light coat of white. Okay, now while I still have the white on my brush, I'm not going to clean it. Just got a little bit of the, this is Waverly, I believe this is truffle. Is this truffle? It's chalk paint. Why can't I see the color? Oh, it's on the side. I was like, where's the name? This is truffle. You'll see it's a nice muted chocolatey color. I just have a little bit on the end of my brush, and I'm just going to kind of lightly come down, very lightly. Same thing, just dry brushing along. Blending it in with the white. I'm gonna do one more little touch. I'm just barely dipping it in there, and I'm gonna go along the top gently. The side. Just hitting it, pushing it in. Maybe one more little. It only takes a little bit. You see how that's kind of adding a little distressing? It already had a wood grain look. And then we just added the white, a light coat, and the brown, and this is what it looks like. Just gives a little bit more distressing. So now, put that brush in a cup of water so my brush does not get crusty, and move the paint to the side so I don't put my elbow in it. And now we're going to take a little bit of Mod Podge. I may come back with the paint in a minute after I get this on. And I have, don't laugh at me, but I printed this off the internet, Jingle Bells. This is the most catching Christmas song ever. And for those of you who are watching that knows my family and knew my mother, the kids all knew that Meemaw's favorite Christmas song was Jingle Bells, and she would sing it all year long. It did not have to be Christmas. If she felt like a song was coming on in her heart, Jingle Bells was either Jingle Bells or You Are My Sunshine. And so those were her songs. So I'll have to find the pin and I'll link it in the comments. But I got this off of Pinterest, and it was it was something like 25 free printable Christmas songs. So I will find that pin and I will link it in the comments for you guys if you want to use this. They also had hymns. I looked at some hymns, but when I saw Jingle Bells, it made me think of my sweet mama. So that's what we're going to use today. So I have just a sponge brush, and I am going to put a little Mod Podge on it. We're just going to brush that right down. I'm not doing anything extra to the base. I'm just putting on a layer of Mod Podge. And then I'm going to flip over my little Jingle Bells, and I just printed it right out on regular printer copy paper. Nothing special. Just getting a layer of Mod Podge on the back of that. And we are going to center it and place it in our little frame. I'm going to smooth it out with my fingertips to try to get out any air bubbles. Get it good. And if you have to go over the top along the edges to kind of help it stay down, it's totally okay to put that clear. It dries clear, so don't let that panic you. So I got a little bit more Mod Podge on my sponge, and I'm just kind of going along the edges and across the front. Try to get all the air bubbles out just by smoothing it. I think I just created some. There we go. If it might have one or two, but that's okay, because some air bubbles will, you know, if it kind of crinkles towards the end, it kind of adds a little bit to the charm of it. So this is what we have so far. See, this was what our frame looked like originally. We added a layer of white, we distressed it with the brown, and we Mod Podge down our song. So now, I'm gonna hit it with the blow dryer. A lot of people use a heat gun. Heat guns are great. I don't have a heat gun. I'm using a blow dryer because that's how we roll. So we're gonna move the Mod Podge out of the way, and I'm gonna get another little brush. I think maybe a smaller brush, and I think I might hit it with just a little bit of the truffle around the edges of I'm just gonna go around the edges because there's it wasn't as big as my frame. I probably could have printed it a little bit bigger, but see how I got that white? I think I'm just gonna kind of add a little bit of paint to that. I might come back with some white, I don't know. I'm just winging it. Just getting a little bit of paint on there, kind of going onto the paper, just to kind of blend it in. We're gonna put a little Christmas bow on this too. So fun. Decoupaging is one of my favorite ways to craft. It's so easy. And if I can incorporate some decoupage in, but it doesn't have to be. All right, I like that a little bit better because it doesn't look so stark, if that makes sense, with that white ridge. Let me show you. So I just hit the sides of it with a little bit of the brown and a little bit of the white. How cute is that? And I'm almost wondering, can I pull this? I don't know. I might try to hot glue this at the top. Let me turn my hot glue gun on while we're making the bow and see if I can get it hot enough. That will be to be determined. I was thinking I might hot glue these beads to the top. You can pull see it's on staples or stapled down. So you can kind of pull this a little tight to make them stay up there on the top. I don't know, I kind of like it like that with them on the top, so I think I might add some hot glue. Have y'all started your Christmas craft yet? Are y'all working on any Christmas projects? I have some Christmas orders we're working on getting out the door, and also we always give out, there's some kind of Christmas craft that happens as gifts. So we have some special ornaments we make every year for our family. So we're in the process of getting those together. We have a paint party this weekend, and they're going to be getting a special gift, so I'm working on that. And we have our virtual party coming up, so we're working on some special things for that. But then we also have Christmas gifts for our grandkids that we're making. So we have all kind of Christmas crafts going on, which I would not have it any other way. We have so much fun every year doing all the Christmas crafts. I'm gonna put this to the side while it dries a little bit. I'm gonna move this Mod Podge sponge into some water. You always gotta have a cup of water to make sure you put your brushes and such in when you're finished, because I have been guilty of leaving them on the table and forgetting to clean them afterwards. And then you come back and you got a crusty brush or sponge that you really can't use anymore because it's beyond repair at that point. So I always keep a cup of water and I just sit them in there so they can kind of soak. And if I forget to clean them, they're okay because they're in the water. So I've got several types of Christmas ribbon. I'm just gonna make a quick crisscross bow, super easy. Let me kind of get my sign back though. I think I need to, that's probably just gonna kind of, this is how we measure here. I'm just laying it across the top of the sign. I'm gonna make it the width of the frame. So it'll be like so at the top, and we're gonna get two of these. And they don't, just eyeball it. Get them as close as you can to the same length. It's totally okay if they're off a little bit. This I got at the Dollar Tree, $1.25 for this fun little burlap red polka dot. This one I got at Hobby Lobby. It's wired. It was $4.99, but I got that for half off, so $2.50, and it's a much bigger roll because this is not, I think this is the second season I've had that. Let's see, I'm probably not going to use that. I have this I got from the Dollar Tree. They have this all year, and it's a fun little lace that just kind of adds a fun little touch. So I've got two of those, and of course I've got some Rick Rack, one of my favorite ribbons. Rick Rack brings the fun to the party. Oh, and look at that, I'm at the end. Praise God, I had just enough I'm gonna trim this piece, has tape on it anyway, so we're gonna trim that off. Praise the Lord. You know you're living right when you have just enough. All right, so I got my ribbons. I think I'm gonna tie it with this red and white. This is a, did I throw that away? I came in a 3-pack, all 3 of these in this little pack. I got it from Hobby Lobby. I've already put the, I'm sorry, I put the darn tag in the trash, but I did get it at Hobby Lobby. Oh, here it is. My bad. It was $4.99, Christmas twine, 25 yards, but I got it for 60% off because right now at Hobby Lobby, all the Christmas stuff is 60% off. So that was more than half off. So I paid around $2 for it. So, and I'll be using this in tons of crafts. So I'm gonna use this to tie us off at the center and probably add a bow, I don't know yet. All right, cut a good amount of that. And we're just going to take this ribbon that we stacked and we're gonna kind of crisscross it into a little X pattern, just layering one over the other. Yikes. Oh, I got paint on my fingers, so it's sticking to me. And glue. And our little rickrack. How fun is that? Then we're gonna take our tie that we're gonna use and we're gonna lay it across like that. We're gonna flip it over and we're gonna tie this sucker as tight as we can into a knot, maybe. Okay, and we're just gonna tie it tight. It's gonna look squishy and weird. That's okay. Just get it as tight as you can. I usually tie one good knot, and I'm gonna actually wrap this around a couple of times. I think it's gonna need a button. Okay. Flip it back over, tie another good knot in it. And then I usually trim the tails. Sometimes I leave the tails, but we're not gonna do that this time. Trim the tails off. And then you got this cute little bow. We're gonna kind of fluff it out. And I really need a button on it. All right, let me see if my hot glue gun is getting there. I don't know if I want a button on it or not. I'm wondering. Can't really see that. I wonder if I should put it on the side. Hold on while I decide what to do. I'm trying to decide if I put these up here. Do I want to put it on the side or in the center? I think I want it in the center. So I still don't know yet what I'm going to do with the little wood beads. But, all right, let's get the glue gun. We're going to make a good little dollop right there in the center, the top of our frame. And we're just going to glue this sucker down. And while I'm holding that with one hand, we're going to kind of bend our ribbon. So fun. These little bows are super cute to make, super easy. All right. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna put a button, but because I really like the little It's called baker's twine, the red and white baker's twine that I used. But how cute is this little Christmas sign with jingle bells? I can't wait to get this in my tiered tray and show you guys a picture. You're gonna love it. So I hope this inspires you to do something crafty. Remember the frame we got at Dollar Tree, $1.25, and right now I think their fall stuff is on clearance maybe. You might want to check it out. But they have these kinds of little things all the time. Just because it has something on it, don't be afraid to think outside the box and how can I dress this up or change it up for my decor. So scoop it up quick when you see it, because it doesn't last long at the Dollar Tree. And I hope this inspires you to do something crafty for Christmas. We'll be back soon. We've got a few Christmas crafts lined up for you guys. The next thing we're gonna do is gonna involve a Christmas tree. So stay tuned. Love you guys. Have a happy, happy Thursday.